Okay, folks, we're back. Okay, with the spin is on. Okay, we had some internet crises with some of our coaches, but the spin is back on. We're spinning for the next game. Excellent. Excellent. So the spin is on. Whoa, it's pot luck as to whether we get an opponent and who they're going to be. Might be someone we played already. Hopefully, we don't get a high strength team because that's kind of our kryptonite. That's going to require a lot of dodging. If there's one thing we're seeing in this team, is even though they get the free dodge reroll, which is more likely than the 2-up without, hardly ever happens. Doesn't work out that way. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Just to recap, if you've joined recently, let me know as well in the chat how the microphone's sounding, if it's any better. I've tried to have a little tweak and a play around with it. Let me know if that's improved at all. Yeah. And then, yeah, we'll have this spin. We'll see what the match is going to be like. And then, that's looking like it's really quiet. So just increase that a little bit. Have a look at my audio. Looks like it's not doing too bad. So I think we'll see. You let me know what you think. If you think it needs a tweak here or there. So let's just have another, while we're spinning, let's have another look at this team for those of you who missed it. Again, players to watch out for. So we have a look. Here's the teams. This is Krog the Crocs. Krog the Crocs in the right hand side of that screen there. Oh, excellent, good. So final stand, thank you. Apparently the audio's looking good. Brilliant. That's what I like to hear. This is brand new to me, so if there's anything that starts going a bit funny, be sure to let me know and I'll try and get that fixed up. Excellent. So this team, absolutely mad. The motto, oh, okay, I don't get a chance to talk to you through. It's fine. We've got Otzi, Krog, and we're up against some Halflings, so it's going to be a stunty off. It's going to be an interesting one. The Halflings have a reputation for being absolutely ruthless. So this could be a pitch clear. With the Halflings, it goes one or two ways. Either it goes really great for the Halflings and they annihilate their opponents, or it goes abysmally for them and everything falls apart. Be interesting to see how they play with the Halflings, if they're going to throw everything everywhere. But let's find out. So there's no petty cash for me to buy anything. I'm going to go to the live scene in just a moment. Okay, no petty cash as of yet. Excellent. Thanks once again to Final Stand for the follow. It's much appreciated. We had a couple of followers in the last game as well. It's nice. I'm not doing this to just a bit of fun. We were sharing the game, and the guys are enjoying having a good laugh with the commentary and stuff. So I figured, hey, I'll just bring it out to more people. So you can see on the screen there that they're picking their inducements. So we've got a Halfling Master Chef that's going to nick all of our rerolls. And then we're also up against Deep Root Strong Branch. So it's going to be a third tree for us to have to deal with. So let's go to the live scene. Okay, have a look at the pitch side. It's a common tactic with the Halflings to go low team value. The low team value means lots of petty cash for the inducements, means you can pick up things like stars, like Deep Root Strong Branch. Great choice. It's going to be really difficult for us to deal with. We'll take a look at him during the setup and things like that. Excellent. The Old Royal is the pub that we would normally be playing Blood Bowl in. So that's a nice touch. I like that. The MBBL Crew. Oh, excellent. This is Bruce Lee. So we're actually playing against the chap who set up this league. Oh, fantastic. There we go. So we've got the massive trees here. Excellent. That's Deep Root there. Deep Root eyeing up the competition. We've got Krog. In amongst these will be Otzi. As I was saying, the one to watch out for. He's a bit of a hero. Excellent. A coin toss. How many? Okay, so they only steal one reroll. So that's really good for us. So the rerolls on a 4+. They get 3 opportunities, and on a 4+, they steal one of our rerolls. They managed to get just one of them, so it's lucky for us. And it looks like they've chosen to receive the ball to start with. So here we go with the big top. This is Deep Root Strong Branch. He's a bit of a hero, so obviously he's got the usual things: strong arm, thick skull, throw teammate, loner, which is a little bit hairy. But skills like block are really helpful here. And then of course we've got stand firm and mighty blow. Strength 7 is what's going to hurt us a lot. Excellent. Okay, so we're setting up in defense. Let's just get this switched over so we can see what additional skills they have, if any. So it's a pretty new team. So let's have a look. Let's move our players around. Don't really want them setting up like this. So over here we've got Ado. So Ado's our little block player, so you'll see that blue hand above him. It shows you that he's our man. Otzi here. Movement 9 skink. Moving into the backfield, where he'll have a little bit of a safer run. Putting a couple of players here, just in case there's a blitz on, which is very possible. So you'll see that the trees only move 2. So we've got 1, 2, and then it'll be 2 go for it to hit the big guy. So I'm pretty confident that Chris isn't going to want to take that risk. Split these guys up a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. Now the halflings are only slow. If he gets a throw off, he gets a throw off. There's not what we can do about that. We'll probably leave it at that. Krog in the centre. He's our break tackler, Crocs. Here on the right hand side, on the left hand side, sorry, we've got Ado, and then of course Otzi at the back. So those are the 3 to watch. Of course, Deep Root Strong Branch here is going to be the hero, no doubt, for the halfling team. So it's not a bad team for the Serpents to be up against. The halflings, not terribly strong. Shouldn't be too bad to deal with there. Excellent. The halflings setting up a few players down at the back there. So it's very likely they'll be able to scoop that ball up. We've also got players in tackle zones for the trees, just in case they fancy trying for the 1-turn touchdown. This is a tricky one. The ball is landing in a great place for a 1-turn touchdown. A really nice place for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's about as far as they can throw that ball. So I'm going to put some players there. Just in the off chance they get the throwaway, it's going to have to be over to one of these sides. And I think we're probably going to leave these chaps in these tackle zones. It's just going to make the throw a little bit harder if they decide to go for it. Might be they decide they don't want to do that. But at least that way it'll be a bit harder. It's going to be a massacre at the front line, so we're not too worried about that. Let's see how that goes. So the front line there shifting out. We've got Glanotl and Ado, our block player, racing to the back. It's a nice block to start with. Just a push from Deep Root. Make no mistake, he's going to earn his value by the end of this match. There we go. Another push. So that's 2 surviving so far. The Jew, a knockdown. Not going to get it. Just another push. So it's the 3 on the front line survive with only pushes. Also, all of the trees have moved out of the tackle zones of the halflings. So the 1-turn touchdown is not going to be happening this turn. Okay, moving in and around. We've got Owen, Dirty Mike the villain, forming up the cage. Out the back, Fun Size Paul and King Size Paul. Out the back there, no doubt looking to move in to make something of a screen. And in the centre, waiting to scoop the ball up, is Oliver. Now we all know that timing is key here. Okay, fun size pole moving up. There's a nice little screen there that we can see. 2 spaces here. There's going to be a few dodges. We've got here at the back Oliver with the guarding that back. Ooh, that's a drop from Oliver there. King size pole moved in. It's still a drop. And that is potentially going to be pretty costly for the halflings. So the serpents are go. Salty, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can get a hit there. We've got the ball could be recovered. Potentially. It depends. If we get a knockdown onto the ball, see where that scatters. It could be a friendly scatter. So, move him around there. Now we need a contingency plan. If this fails miserably, what can we do to mitigate some of the damage? Let's just see how we get on with this blitz first. So going in for a blitz. The aim here is for Mazdaman to get anything to get onto that ball. Choosing whether to use dodge. Use his dodge. He's going to stay where he is to see where that ball scatters to. It's not a nice scatter, but we'll move in here just to be a pain. So Mazdaman with the blitz there gets the hit, doesn't take his player down. That's a tricky one now as to where we want players to go. We get a player here. We don't want to commit too much to one side. That's the thing. Okay, marking the players up. Okay, it's relatively safe for Krog to move in. Krog moving in on the side there. Now that does put him at one side of the pitch to the other, but with the break tackle, possibly he's going to be manoeuvrable enough to make it across to where he needs to be. We've got these 3 skinks here, probably going to stay where they are, just to get in the way of these trees. Now remember, the trees didn't manage to get the knockdown before, so it's possible they're not going to get the knockdown again. It's not impossible for the halflings to just dodge away. What are we looking at? We're looking at there's a chappie here which can move in to give assists. That's not good. So we kind of want to take care of that. We want to free that tree up. What do we reckon, folks? It's a bit risky. Let's see if this dodge comes off first. Okay, so we managed to get that without popping dodge. So now we're going to do the 3+ dodge and the go for it. There goes nothing. He makes it. Okay, so that's all of the halflings marked. 1 tree is free. But I need to clear these 2 in order to be able to get there. So that'll be that. Okay. The heat is on. The heat is on, folks. The halflings eyeing it up, trying to free up deep root there. Gets a push. That's all he needs to free deep root. Oh no, he needs to get another hit here. It's another 3 dice. More pushes. So there's not been a knockdown yet. So we've got Joe and Chris both failing to get a knockdown there, but pushing the skinks down the field and removing them from the game. So go for it from deep root. We've got to hope he makes it. He's got loner. Makes it. Excellent. That's one thing we didn't mention is deep root has no take root skill. So that means that he doesn't have to roll to see if his root's going to the ground and he gets stuck in place. Now that is standing firm. He doesn't have take root, so he doesn't need to make that roll. We've got some cheeky 1 dice here from New Rob, making a 1 dice over here. Excellent. Minder, lots of one dice. Minder, Ado, both getting pushes. That's a risky one dice against Ado there. Remember, Ado is our player with block. If that had been a both down, that's a pretty hairy situation. Got 2 dice here. More pushes. The Halflings obviously not feeling like they want to get too involved in a bloodthirsty game here. Seeing a lot of pushes, a lot of comfortable play. More pushes. So I'm starting to feel like maybe the Halflings aren't that interested in the violent game. Talked a little bit earlier about... Oh, let's have a look over there. What is that? That is king size paw lying up the one die block before trying to pick up the ball with Oliver. And Oliver could pick up that ball and move in the centre. He would be pretty formidable there. Ooh, going for a blitz. It's just a push. Doesn't get the assist off of king size paw there, because king size paw is being preoccupied by Minder. Just gets the push. Now this is going to be a dodge out, whereas before there wasn't that dodge, I don't think. No, there wasn't. Interesting play there. I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but king size Paul over here, that is, he's named after our very own Grimslick. It's called king size because he's a pretty tall guy. And then of course over here we've got fun size Paul, and as you can imagine, he's not the tallest. Yeah, some interesting competitions in MBBL, things like Paul or nothing. Okay, so we've got the 3+ pickup from Oliver. Oliver makes the... Oh, not Oliver, sorry. That's king size Paul. Makes the pickup. Scoots the ball up off the ground and moves in next to fun size Paul. Now, this is a pretty scary dodge from Owen here because Krog has prehensile tail. So it's a 4+ dodge. He wants to try and get out of there. It's with a reroll, so it's not impossible, but it is a little bit scarier. Going to have to pop the dodge. Ah, fails the dodge there. Prehensile tail doing a thing. Getting in the way of that team's progress. Okay. Interesting. So if we can get Lock of the Sun, now Lock of the Sun has been pretty unreliable. If we can get him to here, to give an assist, push there, then we could have an attack from Ado and could scoop the ball up. It's a little bit scary leaving Krog there, but let's give it a go. So, we make it with the dodge. So that's lucky. Get the 2 dice block. You get a pow, which is another really lucky hit there. I'm going to follow that up. Oh, breaks through the armor, and that's going to be a stun for Oliver. So Oliver stunned there. Now, rather than trying to get a bunch of dodges in, okay, so still required a dodge. Didn't see little skink hiding behind the crops there. That's just a push. That's fine. We can push him here and we can follow. We have a 1 dice. It would be good to make it 2, just to be sure we get that ball. Managed to get the dodge out there. So that's now free for Ado. We said at the beginning that he was going to be one to watch. Let's see if he proves us right. Oh, that's unfortunate, but it's really not terribly likely that they're going to be able to recover. So we're going to pop him there. That would be good to get Krog out from there. So we're going to try the dodge. Oh, fails the dodge. 5-up dodge. Oh, right, okay. We're going to re-roll that. We only need a... Oh, no. He keeps... I forgot. He's got a loner. Okay, so the loner means he doesn't make the dodge. He rolled a 2, needed a 4 to get the dodge off. That hasn't worked. Oh, okay. That's a shame. It's still going to be a little bit tricky for the halflings. Going to be able to get around these skinks here. We've got a good hit there from New Rob. Gets the power that they were looking for in that first turn of the game. Gets the armor break. And that's going to be a stun for Minder. Minder's stunned. We've got another 2 dice there. That is a hit from Old Rob. Just a push. Just a push. Old Rob getting a push in there. Now that means that we've got over here, Fun Size Paul does get a 2 dice there against Otzi. Otzi, the movement 9 player, he's a scary one. He's one to watch out for because he is pretty rapid. There's another go for it. Oh, and another go for it into a 3 dice. So we've got to hope with the loner. We saw before how loner can get in the way. Makes the go for it. Just gets pushes. 3 pushes. It's a very push-heavy game, this one. But Deep Root getting a push in there to push Little Oat to one side. Ooh. That's unfortunate. That's against Ado, so it's forced the reroll. Gets the POW. Fun Size Paul there. Potentially getting a nice hit on Ado. He breaks the armor. Oh, that's going to be a knockout for Ado. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to skip that Apothecary. So Ado's out for the drive. Knocked out there by Fun Size Paul. The ball's still not safe. That's going to be 3+ with the reroll to get him away. It's going to try and get him into that space there. Pops the dodge. Makes the dodge. Ooh, makes the second dodge there. That was pretty lucky. Pretty lucky. So the question is what's going to happen now? The ball isn't really safe still. We've got to throw. The ball is caught. Now the question is, where's that ball going to go? We've got a hit there. It's just another push. Joe getting a push again. The trees not performing terribly well this game. More pushes from the trees. So the trees definitely buying into the ethos of the Halfling team of trying not to hurt very many players and leaving as many players as possible on the pitch. They must be playing in hard mode because you really want to try and get the numbers advantage with the Halfling team. So, Commissioner Sean, it's obviously named after me. So I have the ball. Am I going to be able to get the ball safe? No chance. Okay. So the ball is definitely not safe. I can get a 2 die hit on there. That's probably what we're going to go for. Move around there. Got the blitz. There. So let's see how this goes. So we've got the blitz, 2 dice. Double POW. There's only one place that he can go. We're going to stay where we are. I don't really want to get caught up with those trees. And I am knocked out. I'm out for the count. Good night, sweet prince. Of course the tree fails to catch the ball, but it lands in the tree's tackle zone. Now that is not good. That means it's a 3+ dodge out and a 4+ pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Ooh, that is really rough. So we can get the ball, if we were to pick it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can get the ball to about here. So we need players in that space. Can I move players round to there? Yes, I can. So just going to try, and it's not going to be anything to write home about. Certainly not going to be impervious. But just try and make a little bit of a screen in case this goes off. It's worth stating that it may not do. This could go terribly wrong. Is there anything else worth doing? Not really. Let's see if we make the dodge. So make the first dodge. Then onto the ball. Fail the picker. It's our last reroll, but we're going to go for it. Scoops the ball up. Makes that dodge. And then we want to race him off to be about here. I don't want to put him within a square of the sideline, because there's every chance then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we need to cover that. There's every chance if that happens that the ball goes out. We don't want that. Oh! Oh dear. Okay, that was Otzi failing to make the dodge there. The 3+ with the reroll. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It would have been nice to have had that player around there. We've got 2 players making the screen. Again, not impervious defense. That's the best we could do with what we had. We've got the ball, and that's the main thing. It's not impossible, but it's a little bit tricky for the halflings to get that ball back. So let's see what we're doing. Halflings moving across. Dirty Mike the villain moving in. Got a couple of players. So Dirty Mike, New Rob, both tagging the players on the screen there. It's very possible we'll see a throw. Okay, excellent. This is old Rob moving in. There's second mark on that player there. Okay, we've got a 1 dice blitz coming up. So it's going to require a dodge. The dodge is being popped already. 1 dice. Gets a push. Is that going to get re-rolled? No, keeps the push. Pushes us back. Interesting. Okay. Excellent. King size paw with the push there. Owen moving across to support his fellow players. Deep root, marking the player there. No go for it this time, but he has been rapid. Racing around. There we go, folks. That's the first take route we've had. Just pushes again. The trees aren't having any of it this match. I don't know if maybe it's the serpents. They're just a little bit too slippery and slimy. The trees don't feel like getting up in their face and trying to take them down. But what we have there is Joe taking root. There it is, folks. That's the power. We're going to see Mighty Blow do a thing. No. So they're still not breaking the armor. That's interesting. Okay, we've got 2 dice here. We get a POW. POW here from Fun Size Paul. So the Pauls are putting in a lot of the legwork here. And that's going to be a stun for Zolty. Zolty is stunned. Incredible. Okay. So we can get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not quite far enough. It's not as far as I would like to be. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe let's try and screen up over here. That's going to be pretty tough. Okay, Krog on the move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Krog's on the move. Now we've got this tree's taken root, so we don't need to worry about him getting up and making a nuisance of himself. We can maybe just stand Otzi up there. He's probably feeling a little bit worse for wear. Go in here. Okay. Let's see if we can't. Just stand up to tag that guy. Let's try and get this dodge off. The dodge works. Well, thank God for that. So we're going to get to here. We're going to have to make a go for it. If we want to get the other side of that screen, we need to be the other side of that screen. Makes the go for it. Hallelujah. Okay, now to get other players over there, that's going to be tricky. We want to try and get players in who can help out. We've got 3+ dodge here, away from Deep Root, makes it. Minder, making that dodge. Trying to make up for it earlier when it was a little bit tricky. And try and put a tackle zone in just so it's a little bit tougher to get to that ball carrier. So here comes a dodge there from Lock of the Sun. Has to pop his dodge reroll. And then last but not least, 1, 2, 3 dodges. So we may as well go this way and see if we can't make a nuisance of ourselves up there. Don't think so. The best place to be would be here. So that's what we're going to do. Here goes nothing. 3 dodges. Mazdaman is off. He makes them all. Makes all the dodges. Absolutely fantastic play there. Slides through the defense like they're not even there. Incredible play. That is Mazdaman. Excellent. Doing his part for the team. We've got Gar of Gold is going to be sacrificed there. That's a shame, but sometimes these things have to happen. Very possible we'll see Deep Root do a 2 GFIs, try and get a hit on the Crocs. But if we're playing sensibly, hopefully the Halflings will move around. We'll see. Playing sensibly with Halflings is a little bit of an oxymoron. The best way to play Halflings is to just play crazy. Okay, so it's over to the Halflings. I'm just taking a moment, probably wondering how the Skinks have all moved to the other side of the pitch so quickly. It's difficult with the Halflings with their short legs to keep up. Excellent move there. It's a brilliant move by Oliver, sweeping round to get in the way of the forward advance of the Skinks there. That's a brilliant play from him. Owen marking up his player. Dirty Mike helping out. The players are getting marked, trying to force that reroll and make someone go down. Fun size Paul, we've got moving across here. I think, is this Owen? No, New Rob moving across. King size Paul. Got the blitz on the ball carrier, didn't manage to get the knockdown, but that's been the story for this whole team. The whole team's been pushing the Skinks around and they're not removing them. That's just making it harder and harder to keep up the momentum. Brilliant. So we've got Fun Size Paul, gets a hit on Otzi. Otzi, the movement 9 Skink, just gets a push. But that's going to get in the way of the advance of the Skink team. And that's what the Halflings want. They want to be a nuisance. They want to get in the way. Ooh, go for it with Deep Root here. Now don't forget what happened with the Crocs earlier. With the 2+ reroll, we failed the loner. But Deep Root has been on it. He's racing around the pitch like there's no tomorrow. And down here we've got the hit from Chris. Gets the power he wants. This time Mighty Blow might do a thing. And there we go. Gar of Gold. The stretcher comes on. He's only badly hurt. For the Skink team, that just means he's safe. And now if we have a look, Chris Prime is pretty far away from the action. It's going to take him a couple of turns to catch up. Deep Root there, marking Krog. And that is pretty good play, because we don't have any players who are ideal for getting Oliver off the ball. Let's just stand Zolty up. Moving there with the assist. We'll try the 2 dice and see how that goes. We've got the power we wanted, which is brilliant. I'm going to follow that up. Ooh, it's a good power 2. So that's Oliver stunned to the ground. Okay, moving in the player there. Let's move up this ball carrier. Now, by no means is our ball carrier safe. I'm going to try and do what we can to make him a little safer. So let's do this here. See if we can't get a player around just to provide a little bit more protection around this side. Makes the dodge and swoops around. Brilliant. Okay. We get another dodge off. We can't make all these dodges, but we can certainly try just to make a nuisance of ourselves. Okay, have to pop the dodge there. Now with the break tackle, we're hoping to get a decent dodge off here. Brilliant. We make the dodge. Krog moves up into position. No more skinks. Finally, seeing some of them get removed. So we've got 1 KO, 1 injury. There's just 1 KO for the Halflings. So the Halflings are going to have the numbers when we come back for the next half. Okay, the Halflings weighing up their options. No doubt wondering what it is that they might be able to do to force the score. They don't want the Skinks scoring on turn 8. Because then, if they can force the score, it gives them a chance at a 1-turn touchdown. Okay. Rob moving in. King size Paul going in for the blitz. Gets the hit that he needs. There we go. Oat hits the ground. Linda there giving a little bit of protection. Deep Root moving in, getting in the way. Again, trying to force that score. They really need to force the score here. Okay, just more pushes. Fun size Paul giving Zolty a shove. And that frees up. Ooh, for a cheeky foul. Who's this we have? Oh, falls on the go for it. That's going to be a reroll. Makes the go for it. Fails on the second go for it. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate for the Halflings there. So, should be able to reform the screen over here. 3 players deep. So let's just have a look. So where can our ball carrier get to? You can get to here. Nope, I don't want to throw the ball. We've got a Halfling here, so that makes it a little bit scary. You can get 1 there, 1 there, and there, and try to mark there. But that's going to leave him open to a 1-die blitz. Yeah, that is hairy. Oh, we do have Krog. Ah, he's not free. He's occupied by a chap here, so let's just try and move some players across first. So I'm going to try and stall out just for a little while longer. Move a player here. Let's move this player to there. On to there. And he is going to come in here just because that's going to make it a tiny bit more difficult to dodge through from the top. Okay, so we've got 2 dice here. Only need a push. We get the push. And a push away. And stay where we are. And we're going to have Krog. It's probably best moving around here. To mark those 2 players, it's going to be a difficult run for those players because of the prehensile tail. Okay. Let's have a look. See if we can't do a little something over here. I'm going to run into there and hit this player. So let's see how this goes. It's a 2 die hit. We just want to push. Oh, we don't get the push we need. That's fine. Okay, so new Rob's knocked out. That's another of the Halfling players knocked out. There's no Bloodwiser for the Halfling players to come back easily. We were hoping for a push there. Push him into old Rob there, and old Rob could have been surfed. We didn't get that, but that's okay. We're still not in a terrible place. The ball isn't impervious because of the stunty team. They can go wherever they like. Can try and make it a little bit more difficult for small rolls, but there's no guarantee. So the 1 die blitz is there, but it is a lot of rolls to reach. Oh, that's a terrible block there from Deep Root. Skull, skull push. More soft plays from the trees. We had down here Chris trying to pick up the slack. Managed to get an injury on the player. That was great to see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we going to see a 2 die blitz from King Size Paul here? That would be pretty incredible. Yes, we are. King Size Paul racing in. The Pauls, I was saying, are doing all the legwork in this game. Gets the POW, takes the Crocs down, and now this is the perfect position for a foul on that Crocs. Here we go. With 3 assists, fouls the Crocs, doesn't break the armor. That's a shame. Bruce Lee putting the pressure on. Ooh, really needed to move old Rob there. Old Rob's in a pretty awful position now. So if he gets pushed, he's off. And that's something that we might have to do. At the risk of our Crocs getting hurt. Let's have a look. This is not really anywhere that's terribly safe. We can get our player here. We can move our screen across. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's just a dodge into there. And I can get a 2 dice blitz. So we can just stand him up. That's 2 dice there. See if we can get the push this time round. We do. So just go the push. We're going to stay where we are. Oh, that's another KO. The crowd say, nope, not having any of that. So that was a good shove there. Good shove there by Mazda. And now we're just going to try and do that, and that's still 2, 3, 4. So it's still 2 dice that way, and that's fine by me. So we'll go, this guy's the biggest threat to us. So let's go a hit on him. This is a blitz with Krog. Krog stands up, makes the hit, gets the POW, knocks the player down. We're hoping that Krog is going to make good use of Mighty Blow here, and we'll see a removal. We break the armor, And we knock out another player. So that's another KO. Owen knocked out and off the pitch. That's incredible play there. And then we could dodge out. I don't think we're going to. Probably move Tlanotl around here. And then get Lockederson out of there and round to here. So he's just giving a little bit of extra protection to the ball carrier and a bit of protection to the Crocs. So kind of left Zolty out there. He's our newest recruit, so he's the rookie of this team. Left him out there. He's a bit of a sacrificial lamb, but these things have to be done. We're going to end the turn there. So it's the final turn for the Halflings. Might see a throw. Might see a throw from Deep Root. Oh, we got a double go for it, blitz with Deep Root. Now we saw earlier when there was an attempt for a foul from Old Rob. Oh, and it's a failed go for it, and that's a turnover. That is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. It's turn 8. We could do a 3-die block. We don't have a reroll, and even the 3-die blocks are a little bit hairy at this stage. You know, if we roll skull both down, both out, you know, it's not worth it. We'll get the score, and that's going to end that half. Okay, so that's half time, folks. That's 4 KOs. 2 are coming back. So it's a couple of players back, and we've got 1 dead and injured for the Skinks, and it looks like our KO is staying out. So the numbers are still going to be on the Halfling side. They had more than enough players in reserve. 2 team rerolls taken by the Halflings this time. That gives them 4 for this half. Here we go. So just what we're going to do is going to pause there. Just going to have a quick break, and we'll be back really soon. Only going to be gone for maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, be back soon. Okay, folks, we're back. Let's have a look down at the pitch. Okay, looking good. There's an interesting defence there. How do we want to play? That's the question. Now, these players have stand firm, so we're not going to get any pushes to make a one-turner. That isn't going to happen. None of our players have Juggernaut, so we can't make that work. So we're probably just going to have those 3 skinks at the front. Because the other thing is with strength 6, we're not going to get a decent hit from Krog either. So that's a shame about Ado being KO'd. Our blocker would have been nice to have had on the pitch with us, but that's okay. Can't be helped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it is worth having a 2 dice at one of these guys. So little guys I want to get rid of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he'll be safe. We'll get 1 blitz off with the Crocs, and he'll be safe enough. Let's put a player back here, player over this side, and we'll just stretch him out to there. I think we'll confirm that. There we go. We'll see how we get on. So the numbers advantages are there for the Halflings. It's going to be a tough. Ooh, we get a reroll. So that's 5 rerolls for the Halflings. So they've got plenty of rerolls, and the ball right at the front there. So really good kick for the Halflings. Wow, really good kick for the Halflings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we should be able to pick up with some room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 across here. So I'll be able to pick up with room to spare. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to have a little bit of a sideline cage here, which isn't great. Not ideal, but it's what we have to work with. Let's just put our player in here. Oh, let's go for it. Oh, it's scary, scary. So just planning for if things go horribly wrong, or trying to plan for if things go horribly wrong, which isn't easy to do with this team. Let's move him in there. Okay, Krog going for a blitz. 3-die blitz. Makes the bonehead, which is nice to see. Just a push, which isn't so nice to see. So he's obviously been watching the trees and decided that he also wants to just have a little bit more of a chilled out game. Not interested in all this running around and trying to influence the game in a meaningful way. Okay, so we're going to go for the 3+ pickup. This is where everything could go wrong. Ah, he manages to pick up. Otzi there said at the beginning that he was one to watch, and he is working really well. Going to move him to there, not all the way across there. There's still a chance that they'll get a hit on him and push him into the sideline, so we need to try and mitigate that possibility. The best way we could probably do that is to move someone in to here. Or even into there. We can reach him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the hit with a go for it. So we really want to be covering that. Trying to minimize the risk of that. Oh, he fails the dodge with the reroll and hits the deck. That's okay. So that's Minder there, failing that dodge. But it's with the furthest tree. That tree out of action as far as the ball carrier is concerned. We get the push and they're both down. Just going to take the push them against the sideline. And this is the problem with what's happened here is the Serpents are really close to the sideline. They don't want to be there. They want to be further infield. When it comes to being around the sideline, it's too easy for the Halflings to just push and push that screen and that cage into the sideline and leave them with nowhere to go. There we go. Chris Prime just moving up to Mark Minder. Failed that dodge earlier. Oliver moving up. That's King Size Paul helping out with the little screen we've got back here. That's the power that people are looking for. Deep Root. Taking a cue from Chris, no doubt. Gets the hit and a KO. That's Zolty removed from the pitch. So now the numbers advantage is even higher for the Halflings. Okay, Joe having a go at hitting Oat. Oat just gets pushed. Again, pushing towards this side just to try and squeeze the players across. The question is if we want to move our players back to the centre of the field to better gauge which side to go from. We don't have the numbers to push them back. That's the problem. Because if we move to the centre, we can kind of start picking them off. I think that's what's going to have to happen. If we keep trying to push down here, they could just surround us and then we just get pushed. So I think that's what's going to end up happening is we need to move back. So if we move to about, let's get him here. How far can Krog go? Krog can make it across there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get to about there. The alternative is we try and hit with Krog, but I don't fancy that. So let's just screen some players. Use some players as a screen. Stand up, Minder. So Minder stood up. I'm going to go to there. To here. To there. Move across. One, 2, 3, and that will free him up. And then he can move round. Maybe that's what we do. It's 2 dice. I just don't like the 2 dice. Let's have a go. That's a 1 dice even. Okay, so we're definitely not going to do that. So it's 1 and hit this guy for 3 dice. And we just get a push, which is a shame. So it's just a shove. And then move down the field to there. Okay. 1, 2 and a go for it. For a 2 die hit. Are we going to try that? Possibly. That's okay if that's how he wants to use the blitz. So Oat can move across. And then we get 2 die block here. Just a push this time. And we'll stay where we are. Don't want to get any more hits than we need. And that'll be the turn. There's not many players left on the Serpent side. It's looking pretty rough for the Serpents. Let's get some light on in here. Ooh. Ow. Deeproot managed to get a KO before. He gets to break the armor, and it's going to be an injury this time for Minder. Minder in this next game. I'm probably just going to let Minder keep that this next game. Okay. Chris Prime moving in. Now the trees are kind of splitting apart here. It'll be interesting to see what the Halflings do in response to that. Got a couple of Halflings moving across. The Halflings really need to just reform the screen, and that might be what we're going to see in a moment. Yeah. So the Halflings moving up, reforming that screen. It's a good tactic. Okay. Going in for the blitz here. King's Eyes getting an attack on Mazda, but Mazda is doing just fine. Gets a shove. Okay. So it looks like we are going to have to go this side. It's just how safe we can make it. One, two, three, four, five, and hit, and then maybe move in. Yeah, it's going to be pretty. It's going to be really difficult to get over there. Before we do that, so we're going to move our ball carrier in here. Two dice against the tree, get a POW, which is nice. Choosing whether or not to use stand firm, uses stand firm, and hits the deck. So I need to move in here just to protect the ball carrier. And then, let's see if we can't move these players across as well. Ooh, no we can't. And who's that? That's Oat. Ooh, failing the dodge, getting an injury. He's only badly hurt. But that's one less player on the pitch. These screens are going to get harder and harder. Fails to stand up, the tree. So the trees need a 4+ in order to be able to get off the floor. And this tree's not having any of it. Bruce Lee, you can't see in the chat, Bruce Lee, not very impressed about that. That's pretty unfortunate. Thankfully, he didn't use the blitz to try and get the skink off. That would have been a wasted blitz if that happened. Deep Root, making his move across the field. We've got Optimus Prime stood not too far off, Justin moving across, just to lend a little bit of support. The trees have been really good with moving around. Very often you'll find trees early on in the game taking root, and that can be a real pain for the Halfling coach to try and deal with. But they've been pretty well behaved this time. Optimus Prime, no doubt looking to reform that screen, and indeed that's exactly what he does. Okay, we've got a blitz here from Justin, King Size Paul, sorry. King Size Paul, all he needs is the push, because then Dirty Mike is going to surf poor Mazda. Mazda's done well. It's not likely that he's going to be able to last for too much longer with the way that things have been going. Gets the hit, so all he needs is just a push, and the crowd have their way with him. Thankfully, they take pity on him. They don't hurt him too badly. Okay. So with the reroll, I can get him down to just where the 20 is. And he'll be able to reach me. He won't. So I think the thing to do would be to go in here. It's to hit him, push them, and then it's going to be just a little bit trickier. It's going to be hard then for me to get through. With them there and him there, it's just one dodge. One in, dodge out. I just have to hope that that dodge doesn't fail. The screen here is pretty good. Can move him in there and there, which will give him 2 dice on him, which isn't really what we want. We can get in there. That's not going to give us an assist. Let's see how this goes. Makes the bonehead. And we don't need a pow, just the push, which is fortunate. I'm going to follow that. So that's just going to make it a little bit trickier for these halflings to get away. Alright, we then want in here and dodge out there. So 3+ with a reroll. If this fails, whoa, thankfully he makes it. So just going to have a quick look. He wouldn't be able to reach him if he gets to there. So let's try and do this go for it first, see what happens. Makes that go for it. And now we just need one more. Oh, he slips. Is he going to be able to stick the landing with the reroll? And yes, he does. He makes it. Okay. So he's out of the range of the halflings. Good. That's what we want to see. Okay, now let's see if we can't hurt a fling or two. This is the easiest one. But do we want to go for the easiest, or do we want to go for the most fun? We can't reach him. Yeah, let's just go for the easiest. Does mean if this tree stands up, we're going to have to get away from him, but that's okay. We can manage. Get the power we want. Take down Optimus Prime. We're going to follow. The armor's broken and he is knocked out. So Optimus Prime is out, trying to level those numbers. That's a good hit there from his decks. Not seen much of him this game. He managed to pull something off. That's nice to see. Now the problem here is Otzi is on his own. He is in deep in Halfling territory, out in the sticks. The tree has taken root and fails to stand up. Now that's crucial, because now we've got a couple of skinks who are free to run around, and that's a great thing for us. See what we can make of that. There's a couple of go for it's. Oof. Okay, this is a bold run. Makes both go for it. Excellent. That's Oliver there. Making both the go for it. It's good to see. Okay, so we can get a blitz off just to remove the tackle zone there. Oh, don't need to see the log. It's going to take a go for it. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 go for it if we want to get to this side to hit him away. Halflings, have a look at their options. Okay, just running down the pitch. Looks like they're just running down, just trying to get into a position where if the ball does get loose, they're going to be able to recover it. That's a good play. Interesting. We've got a 1-die blitz here. In fact, I think it's 2 dice uphill. Ooh. If he pushes me to here, he can maybe move his player in there to get the block, to get the push. So I think I'd rather take that. And then he's still got the foul, to be fair, but then there's a chance his player gets removed. We have an Apo. We don't really need to use the Crocs anymore. He's kind of outlived his use. It's only +2. We might try and get Fun Size Paul out to give an extra assist to either Old Rob or Owen, who are eyeing up that. But we've got another go for it from Deep Root here. Makes that go for him. That's an important go for it, that one. Okay, we've got the dodge being eyed up by Fun Size Paul here to give an assist, no doubt, to this foul. The Halflings really want to try and get this Crocs off the field. Yep, makes that dodge. And we're going to see the foul here from Old Rob. Sticks the boot in. The boot, oh, breaks the armour and stuns the Crocs. Okay, we've got a couple of go for it's here. That's going to be a tricky one. Oh, lands on his... Oh, it's instantly re-rolled. And he makes the go for it. That is impressive. It's very tempting just to risk the score. Gives them time to get the score back, but whether or not they'll be able to get a score line that's going to be worrisome remains to be seen. Let's get Tlanotl out of there, just so we've got a little bit of coverage over this side in case things do go wrong. I'd love to get these guys out, but we really need to get him out first. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I reach that, it's not going to work that way, is it? So we're just going to go for the score. And let's have a look, see if we can get that dodge off. He makes the dodge with the reroll. Scores in the bottom right corner, bottom left corner. And that's Otzi. We did say at the start, Otzi was one to watch. Otzi running in there for the score. Only one of the KOs comes back. We've got 3 injuries. Both KOs back for the Skinks. That's going to really help in holding off 2 touchdowns. And that's what we need to hold off now. 2 touchdowns to prevent a draw. That is what this team needs. Desperately needs to avoid drawing. Because that has been keeping them back from having a successful season. Now we've got Ado back. Ado's our blocker. Kind of want Ado in a position where he can assist in getting a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just very conscious of the throw. Whoops. I can select the right player. Okay, so I could land anywhere around here, just in case he tries to get the throw off. Got a couple of guys here in case there's a blitz. So let's see how it goes. How many players are we looking at? 8 players. So the 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, only 10. Why is that happening? Am I missing one? Oh, there he is. He's hiding behind Deeproot's big hair. There he is. 11 halflings. Here he goes. Let's see if the skinks can hold them off long enough. Okay, we're going to go for the centre square. Lines up the kick. Gets the shot off. High kick. So the MBBL crew can pick one player on their team to get underneath that ball. There's the ball in midair there. He's quickly running underneath it to catch it when it lands. Doesn't manage the catch, but that's okay. He'll be able to pick it up the next turn. Okay, now remember, Deeproot has block. So he takes the hit, knocks our player down, breaks the armour, and he's stunned. Tlanotl is going to be out for a turn. That's going to be tough. That's a pow from Chris. Chris has been by far the best tree man on this team. Consistently getting powers, consistently getting removals. A little bit flaky at the start with the pushes, but he's right in there now and making the most of it. Do I want to use an Apo? I'm going to say no, because they'll just foul him if I do. So few players left. Oh, that's another pow. A pow from Joe there. Joe getting a good kick. Swift kick, doesn't break armour. Okay, who's this moving up? Moving up in support, Old Rob. And we have King Size Paul moving across. Fun Size Paul moving up to join the Paul. The 2 Pauls have been the ones to watch this match. They've been doing fantastically at carrying this team, even when the going's been getting tough. Now we've got a failed pickup. It's been re-rolled. He fails to pick the ball up again. That could cost them. Just don't forget, we've got our skinks over here who could scoop that ball up. That could cost them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it's a go for it to dodge out. That's a tough one. Getting a tackle zone on the ball isn't really going to be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to hit on that side. So 3 die blitz. See what happens. Got a pow. Hit him to there. And I think we'll stay where we are. Just keep that maneuverability. Krog knocks Mike the Villain out. That's 2 KOs. It's looking good for us. 3 KOs now in the box. That is looking good. So try and pick that ball up. Just in case things don't go our way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just move this little skink in here. We'll have this chap, Zolty, move round. Let's get Zolty round here. Let's put him in a tackle zone just to be a little bit of a nuisance. Also, if the ball scatters into one of these 3 squares, it's going to make it a bit trickier for that fling to catch the ball. And then I'm going to go in for the 5+ pickup. Probably shouldn't have tried to pick this ball up. Of course it fails. We've only got 1 re-roll for the remainder, so we'll just leave it. Oh, and the ball is caught. Excellent catch there by New Rob. New Rob has the ball. That's exactly the kind of thing they wanted. Immediately regret the decision to get the to try and pick that ball up. Didn't see the other halfling there, hiding behind the trees. Okay, so New Rob with the ball. Chris, Prime, and Joe are two trees moving in to get the ball into a good position. That's important because they're going to form brilliant corners for the cage. We get a pow here on Zolty. Zolty gets hit to the ground. His armor's okay. We've got another hit here against Mazda. Mazda trying to pick up the ball that time on the other side. Don't manage to get the hit. Don't manage to get the takedown. Moving in to make the corner of the cage, protecting the ball carrier. Just a push. Okay. And then Deep Root. Oh, going for the double go for it. Blitz again. Deep Root really pushing his limits. Makes the first go for it. Makes the second go for it. Just gets a push. But that's going to be a push that's going to push him away from the corner of that cage, which is where they want to be. Okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So it's time for a crazy play. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm going to move him in here. I'm going to stand this guy up just to be a nuisance. And then we're going to get a blitz from Ado. Now the reason we're blitzing with Ado, he's got block, so the one die is not that scary. He's going to make the dodge. He makes the dodge. The one die comes off with a pow. Excellent hit there by Ado. He will want to follow up to prevent that cheeky catch. Oh, and he breaks armor as well. So that's a stun. Now the ball is out. It's still not great. It's not great for the ball to be there. Still a 3, 4, 5 plus pickup for that ball. See if we can get Zolty. Makes that dodge. Excellent. And then we can get a 2 dice hit here. Probably just going to eat that and take that knockdown. Ooh, Mazda KO'd. Really want to keep him on the pitch, but I think we're going to have to skip it because otherwise they'll get fouled. And that's a stun for King Size Paul. Okay. It'll be interesting to see what the Halfling's going to do now. They're in a really sticky place. They're going to have to get rid of that tackle zone on the ball, or it's going to be too hard for them to pick up. They only have a couple of turns left, so they're going to have to get a throw off if they're going to score. The trees are all taken up though, so that's going to make it difficult. How are they going to prevent a third score from the Skinks is another thing on their mind. So one die blitz. One die blitz sees the pow against Zolty. Zolty knocked away from the ball. Oh, it's a good shot. Excellent shot there by Fun Size Paul. Gets a good hit. Stuns Zolty on the ground. So the ball is now free. The question is, who's it going to go to? There's only really one player who can get a decent throw. Okay, we've got a push there. That's all that he needs. Joe there getting a push against Izzy. Izzy got pushed. Izzy going to get in the way of the throw? The answer is yes, very likely. Okay, we've still got a player here. We've got Ado. Ado, who is a nuisance, still in the way. We're going to try and have a block here against Ado. It's a risky block from old Rob. Ooh, we're getting the block from Deep Root. Deep Root against Krog. A battle of the giants. He gets the power he needs. Is he going to break the armor? He doesn't break armor. That's a double 1 on the armor. Krog's fine. His thick skin paying off. Wow, okay, so we're moving the tree, there's not going to be a throw. Not this turn. Ooh, having to pop the dodge early. Doesn't make the dodge. That's going to cost him. Old Rob is stunned. Oof. That is unfortunate. Okay, we're not going to score. So the question is, can we bring some hurt instead and get ourselves some star player points? We've got a power there, that's nice, that's what we want. Sure, we'll follow. See how we got on with the follow there. Then we'll end the turn there. Okay, move him in there. Then we've got 2 dice. Now this is against our threat, the scoring threat. Gonna have to take that, I think. I'm going to have to take that. We'll try for a reroll, just because even if we get both down, that's going to work for us. We're going to have to take the both down. Get the both down. Oh, Oliver is injured. Takes a nasty hit there by Tlan. Tlan getting an injury there, and then being stunned. Fractured arm. That's a miss next game. That's tough for the Halfling. It's even tougher now to get that score. In fact, it's not very likely that they're going to be able to manage it. Going for the pickup. Makes the pickup, no problem. Gets the catch. Now we're going to see a throw. Throws. We're just not going to get them far enough. Even with 3 scatters straight forward, it's only 9 squares. Well, maybe it's possible, to be fair, actually. With one square back, it's 14 squares. Nice. Yeah, it's not impossible. Surely not throwing in there. Oh. It's an interesting play. I wonder if Chris thought he could throw twice, yeah. He says, oh dear. In not quite so pleasant terms. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. The throw there. Take root, but that's not a problem at this stage of the game. Only pushes there for the tree. That's unfortunate. But it's been the story of their game. We're going to see a blitz from the tree now, just to try and get a casualty, get some star player points. A little bit of experience on that player. We are. Just gets the push. Just gets the push against his Istheks there. So Istheks living to fight another day. I think that's going to be the game, folks. So that's going to be the game. That's the end of the Halflings' turn. There's only really this chap left who's probably going to do a turn 16 foul on the Crocs. No. He's going to go for it, fails to go for it. And that's going to be the match. So, end of the match now. What we'll do is, if you want to join me, we're going to head over to the locker room. We're going to have a look at the team and just see how they got on. Okay, so let's go into the locker room. So we have 2 for winnings. Probably going to want to re-roll that one. Go for the re-roll. That's more like it. So we get 60k winnings there. Which leaves us with a treasury, new treasury. Well, treasury's 60. Yeah, that's right. Excellent. Cool. We get a fan factor. That's nice. More fans. We like that. 11 armor breaks, 12 armor breaks. That was a pretty surprisingly brutal game, considering how Joe and Chris and Deeproot really struggled. Now, Joe's got the MVP here. I'm going to argue that I think Chris Prime really deserved the MVP because he stepped up as far as the trees are concerned. If it wasn't going to be a tree, the poles, fun size pole, king size pole, they were great. Really effective in this match. Really good to see them helping out the other players and getting involved. Slonotl gets a level up, and that's fantastic. That's what we want to see. Fingers crossed it'll be a nice one. The statistics, what have we got going on here? Ball possession, didn't possess the ball very much. We had the ball a lot of the time. Spent a little bit of time in their half. Sadly, for the MBBL crew, they didn't get a chance to pass over the halfway line. A huge number of blocks by the MBBL crew, 49, which is more than twice as many as we got off. And then look at those armor breaks as well. You know, the armor breaks were almost equal. And we had about equal injuries, KOs. Nice. SPPs, Slonotl, 7 SPPs in that one game, so he's coming away with a level up just through that one game. That's really nice. Joe, Chris Prime obviously getting the hit there, the injury, casualty even, and Deeproot managing to get SPPs, but he's not that bothered about that. He doesn't need any more experience than he already has. Okay, so that's not too bad. 22 successes, 3 failures, 88%. It's pretty good for the take route there, considering how active the trees were in there. I think they were doing things every turn. For us, our dodges are okay, not too bad. I think we made most of the dodges we needed. That was a good thing with that. The casualties, not too bad. Yeah, all looking good there. Bonehead, Krog was absolutely on form that match. I think he failed that one dodge, which, these things happen. It's a 1 in 6 for him to have failed that dodge, and he did it. He failed the loner. It's 50-50 anyway. But his boneheads, 100%, he was in that game whenever he could be. Fantastic. Even after he got stomped on by a small army of halflings, he still stayed true and stuck to it. So, enough of that. Let's go to the team. Let's have a look. See how the team's getting on. Now, I did say before we were going to have a look at Marum Tornadoes, so we will do that shortly. Let's see how the Pahualaxa Serpents have got on. So we just got the one level up. Minder there, sadly missing the next game, took an injury. We can buy a new skink, which is nice. So we're probably going to do that just to get our numbers up a little bit. Cool. Thanks, Final Stand. I'm glad you thought it was a good game. I'm glad you got to sit in on this game, because if you'd seen any of the other games, the Serpents have performed terribly, like really badly. So it was fortunate that you got to see them on a good day. And that the Halflings, had some pretty unfortunate dice. There's a couple of failed pickups, things like that. Cool. So Tlan managed to get himself a level up. So let's see what he gets. I'm going to roll these dice. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Oh, that is strength on Tlan. Oh, the big question, folks. Do we take the strength? Do we take the strength, or do we use the doubles to get something like block? Oh no, strength 3 skink would be great as a cage breaker, to be fair. We build him as a cage breaker. And the strength, oh, it's a tough one. That is a tough one. Oh, that's really difficult. We're going to leave that one, I think. I don't think I can make that choice right now. Oh man, that is a real tough one. Yeah, we're going to leave that one. I'm going to have a think of that one. I don't know. There's a couple of you in the chat who are watching who might be able to be in the chat and tell me what you think. I've got a double 6 here. First skill up for this skink. Do I take the doubles or do I take the strength? The strength just seems great because he's going to be a good little cage diver. Especially given as there's a couple of teams in this league who are really struggling to get a look in. Just 2 moments. I just need to quickly shoot and plug in this laptop. Just 2 moments, I won't be long. Just have a muse on what you think we should do about that strength. Okay, so final stand says strength because it's more fun. Oh man, that is true. It's just going to be strength free skink. Strength for the fun. Block for the other thing we could take. You see, is we could take leader, but then it's how often is he going to stay on the pitch? That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Let's ask in the Discord chat. We'll see what they say. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, the Rake is straight in there. The Rake is a really good player. He's one to watch. He's done really well so far in the tournament scene, the tabletop tournament scene. He's been brilliant. Okay, so we need to get a new skink. So as soon as you've been following along, final stand. Final stand. Do you want to give this? Do you want? Shall we put your name as this skink's name? Yeah, let's do that. Final stand. 1019. Oh, we'll just put final stand. That'll be fine. There we go. There we go. Nice. Cool. So what should we do? You seem like a chameleon eyes type of dude, maybe. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, final stands, new addition to the team. Let's confirm that. Okay, good. We need the numbers. Oh, we need the numbers badly. Especially now we've lost Minder. So let's have a look. Some of the suggestions we've got. Okay, Trebus says pass block. Pass block is not going to get picked. Ooh, strip ball. Oh, that is a really good pick. Strip ball. What's that in? Strip ball. God, that's a good shout. So we've got guard and strip ball. That's a tough one. Nicholas No Cage. Tlan's not going to get a chance. So we've got a choice of a few different things there. I think we're going to just have a muse on that one. I'm not going to pick that just yet. So we'll have a think on that. But for now, just a quick look at Marum Tornadoes, the high elf team. So you can see how they got on. It's got quite a few block players. Let's switch some of these players around so we know. Maybe not. Look at that. Plus edge catcher's nice. It's always nice. Had a catcher die, and then we got hardly any money back. That was awful. But the team's it's not doing too bad. I think it's 2-3-2 at the moment. 2-3-2, yeah. Marum Tornadoes, that's in the Totally Relaxed Blood Bowl League, which I talked about before. I think what we're going to do now, folks, we're just going to call it there. Thank you for those of you who've watched. It was a really good game to watch as far as the Serpents are concerned. So if you're a Serpents fan, then you'll be overjoyed with that result. But for now, it's goodbye from me. I'm not sure when I'm next going to be on. I'm going to try and do one of the D&D invitational games. So we've got a few options as to what teams you can play there. So the 3 teams that I have are the Humans, we've got the Chaos, and of course the Skink team. And then Grim Dislin, my friend and fellow coach, has got the Kaldorei Knights, Ogre Doing It, and Hairballers. Those are his 3 teams: Elven Union, Ogre, Necro, respectively. So probably we want a game from there. So if you want to join us, keep an eye out. I don't know where I'm going to post about it. I'm sure I'll be able to post it somewhere, and just let you know when we're going to be having that match. Keep an eye on the. I think I have like a Twitch profile, and I might put in there when our next game is going to be. So keep an eye on that. I'll let you all know as best I can when we do that. We'll have one of those matches, and that'll be really good fun. And I might even have James join me on the chat, which would be really great. But for now, that's all from me, and I'll see you, if not next Monday at 6 PM, then I'll see you sometime before that for that D&D Invitational. Thanks again very much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheerio.